shipwrecked pirate fell in love with a lady. He'd been at sea nearly 7 years or more, when one day his ship crashed upon an island shore. He leaned over the port side, then he gazed over starboard, but he didn't see any sign of life beyond the shore. So he disembarked and he walked around, and he said, "This is where I will build my village town. I'll call it Jamestown, 'cause that is my given name." Then he heard from the other way. He spun around and nearly fell into the sand when he saw a raven-haired beauty walking across the land. "I know you're new here, so I'll give you the welcome spiel. Everything as far as the eye can see is part of Lindaville. There's the Linda Cove and the Linda Mountains, and if you're thirsty, I'll show you the Linda Fountains." Well, that's very nice, but if you haven't noticed, I'm a pirate, and when I see something I want, I go and take it. I see the James Cove and I see the James Mountains. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm off to find the James Fountains. But Linda wasn't frightened. She shook out her raven hair. She crossed her arms, gave Pirate James a firm stare. "Okay," said Pirate James, "I'll take the cove and the mountains. You drive a hard bargain, you can have the Linda Fountains." But Linda was not frightened. She shook out her raven hair. She crossed her arms and gave Pirate James a firm stare. "Okay," said Pirate James, "if you insist, I'll take the fountains, and you can have the Linda Cove and the mountains." But the lady stood stoic, and she politely shook her head. She said, "I have a proposition for you instead. It sometimes gets lonely living here out on the island. I wouldn't mind some company and someone to lend a hand. We can share this land together, build a little home by the cove, and at night cook up some dinner on our little stove." The pirate had been traveling alone for quite some time. He thought the idea of a home-cooked meal sounded mighty fine. "Under one condition, we have to change the name, 'cause if people mistook who was in charge, it would be a shame." So no longer in Lindaville, they happily settled down, and every night Pirate Jim makes dinner here in